Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now in today's video, I'm in the middle of a huge house renovation project. It's been absolutely bogging me down. However, I'm starting to put things back together, including my living room, some of my living spaces, and now today, the ability to really leverage some awesome mood lighting from the company Lumary. Now, Lumary is a brand whose products I've used quite a bit at this point, from outside, lighting up my way, to inside my studio, creating that studio lighting experience that I need for my videos. But again, today we are going to look at some ambiance with these smart wall sconces. Now, here in my living room, I don't even have any decorations up. I literally just have brand new flooring, clean rug, got my couch into place, and I am thinking this would be a great opportunity to get these installed, wrap them around the couch, create a little bit of ambiance, so when we dim the lights down and we enjoy our TV and our movies, we have a little bit of lighting to set the mood. And so with that said, I have a whole bunch to do and a whole bunch to share with you, and if you're interested in seeing a little bit more about what I'm about to get into, do me a favor, stay tuned. Now, before we get too far, I would like to say thank you very much to the people at Lumary who did provide these for review. And if you like what you see here today, look in the description box below where you can find all of the relevant links where you can find your own Lumary products. Again, these have been fantastic in general. I definitely like Lumary products, and I can say I recommend them. And so as we get into this today, again, Lumary products have been great for me. I use them outside my house right now to illuminate the outdoors, sets a little bit of pathway lighting, gets me into my house. You can set timers, you can set the color temperature, you can put them on different color patterns, RGB AI, warm white and cool white, operating temperatures -4 Fahrenheit to 113 degrees Fahrenheit, so I should be pretty good inside here, no problem. IP20 water resistant rating, I'm not going to worry about that because these are going inside. This is an 18.4 foot strand, so keep that in mind. There are different sizes. This contains 14 individual lights, and as I take a look around my couch, I have roughly about 15 feet. So to me, this ended up being about perfect, where I have 18.4 feet of overall length, the ability to plug these in, space out the lights nice and evenly, get them from one side all the way to the other, and create a nice little ambiance. So as we get into this here, Lumary always doing a nice job with the packaging, pretty straightforward, not a whole heck of a lot to it. And these will definitely run off an app, which you will have to install. I've used their app in the past. It's extremely easy. I personally run Android, and I find that their app is easy to navigate, easy to program the lights, and things typically sync fairly well as long as you have a good Wi-Fi signal. And so again, as we take a look, you can see each one of these lights is going to have a little 3M adhesive. Now, you probably want to think about exactly where you are going to stick these. Personally, for me, I'm going to get them nice and even on one of the trim lines on my baseboard trim. The top has a nice even line from beginning to end. That's going to set these at the exact same height as I work my way around the couch. Now, it's going to take me a little bit to set them up, and I'll show you in detail exactly what I do. So not only the lights, but then here you have a remote, which I probably won't use because typically I do use the app. And then your power, a couple of extra little pieces. You have some hardware in case you wanted to screw these into the wall. I am simply going to use the 3M sticky backing, which I think is going to be the easiest thing, especially inside. And again, you end up with your power module, little transformer. Now, as I get into this here, you can see how I'm going to lay everything out, keeping in mind, of course, the fact that these will be adhered to the back of the wall behind the couch and then beaming upwards to give me some up lighting. I have a nice little plug here, no problem. Getting my power plugged in right in the back. That's going to sit there nicely. And then again, as you take a look at my baseboard, I have a very simple, typical colonial baseboard trim detail. And I'm going to get my 3M mounts right on the top here. nice and even, turn those lights up, and then wash the walls up behind the couch. That should work out very well, nice and even, and a good flat surface to mount everything right to it. And with this particular size, you can see the exact even layout from beginning to end, even with my couch. I did specifically ask the people at Lumary for this exact size, for this exact reason, because I wanted a nice, even layout. Now, one thing to consider, it will dive deeper into the corner in the back, so it's not going to be perfect. So what I'll probably do is really count these out, figure out roughly where this ends up, get my middle mounted back there, work my way to the left, work my way back to the right, and that'll at least give me something that's even, starting from the back corner towards one side and then ultimately towards the other. So with that, I'll get these mounted and I'll show you some of the results. So now behind the couch, you can see all along, very easy, very simple, very straightforward, and a nice, just basic install. Not a lot to this. Took maybe about 10 minutes. You can see just peeling off the adhesive backing, sticking these very easy right to that trim. Now you can swivel these heads, so pay attention. Those can swivel in basically both directions. I have them literally completely vertical in all cases, but if you wanted to, you could get a nice angle, and they're indexed. You can hear how those click, and they're indexed so that you can get precise angles, and that's really nice. That's going to be a great feature if you want to change things up. But working all the way down to my plug here, which this is the water resistant plug. It's got a little bit of an O-ring in there. I have these same plugs on my outside lights, and they've been out there for months and months on end through all kinds of weather, snow, rain, sleet, you name it, freezing, hot, it doesn't matter. These connectors have been great. And so now, kicking on the power, and like the other Lumary lights, these come on in a blinking mode, which you can get the Lumary app on your phone, and then you're gonna add a device, which you can see that little plus, add a device. You need to have your Wi-Fi on. Long pressing that button, entering the pairing mode. It's now discovering devices. I will add them. These are now connecting to my Wi-Fi. It's saying they're being added. It's going to take about a minute. And now successful. So now dimming down my house lights. This is asking the total number of bulbs. Now this is a 14 bulb strand, yet there's 2 bulbs per head. So the number there is 28. I will confirm that, and boom, we are coming to life pretty quick. So I have the ability now to start to adjust things. I'm gonna have to get a little bit smarter as to how to apply the settings, but in essence, I have all of my 28 bulbs shown here, and I can start to tweak out my settings. Each one having the ability to set them individually as a unique color, or selecting them all as a group. All the lights off now for this demonstration. So again, power off, power on, right from the app. That's very simple. Like all the other Lumary products, it's in my app. I can see all the products that I run across my household, which is nice one-stop shopping there. We're gonna tweak out these bulbs. So again, 28 bulbs. We're going to apply a single color of red to bulb number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's see. I'm starting to establish a pattern of red. Now I'm going to go to blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Introducing the blue. Now I'm going to go to green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Let's just go to bright white here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe for the last one, I'm gonna go with like kind of like a yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at this point you can see just casting a whole bunch of color all the way around. Now I have the ability to dim the brightness, bring it down, bring it up as a single light or as a strand. So right now I'm gonna select the entire strand, bring it down. You can see it pretty much drops it all the way off. Finding something in the middle, and then all the way up to 100%. Now, unfortunately, when I did that, it actually changed the entire set to the same color. So you do need to be a little bit careful. So we'll continue to have some fun with this. There are a number of different scenes. So let's see now. Sea of clouds. You can see this starts to kind of change the pattern. Some are fast, some are slow. This one here, Iceland blue, changing the blues, kind of nice and serene. As I go into more of the settings, you can change the speed. I'm gonna knock the speed way down. Now these do seem to have a little bit of a flicker right now, which I don't like. If I preview, what happens? To me, that flickers way too fast. You need something that's extremely slow, but you have all kinds of different dynamic effects. So in other words, float down changes the way the pattern moves. You can go clockwise or counterclockwise. I can take the speed and push it all the way up. It just depends on what you're trying to do. So again, a number of different modes that you can play with. You can make your own custom scenes if you so choose. And then on top of it, well, let's see if we can play with some music. So this is what they call rhythm mode. And I'm wondering if I actually play music, local music. The lights follow the rhythm of the music collected by the device microphone. You can check out a tune from my band. Let's see what happens. So far, nothing. Here we go. So you actually have to enable one of the modes. Soft. Sensitivity, turn it up. It's okay. Although clearly it worked. It seems to be picking up my voice clearly, which means it seems to be working for the music. So that is pretty cool, actually. Maybe just a matter of practicing and getting these dialed in. And now to get out of the music mode, I'm basically going to press the power button, and then when I get into one of the other quick selection modes. Now the only way I was able to get out of that was going under the color mode, clicking white, which now at this point I can actually, cast a little white light or go back to color, which is now predefined to white. I guess it's technically yellow. I lose all my settings, but they're not flickering. So there is a little bit of glitchiness here that I think we're gonna need to work through. And so all in all, not perfect, but definitely cool and something that I will continue to experiment with. Now I can tell you from experience that Lumary Products, sometimes you just need to get used to the app, how it functions, the kind of little nuances with each one of the products. That's probably the case here. I have had a couple of times that no matter what I did, The products just did not want to behave, but future iterations improved. So I can't say exactly what's going to happen with these smart wall sconces, but I do believe that I will gain some experience with these. I'll get them dialed in, and there's one thing that I can say for sure. If you find settings that you like and you're happy with them, sometimes set it and forget it does also work. I have a switch, I can turn these off, I can turn them on and off with the app. It just depends, again, a little bit on your patience, what you're trying to do in the ambiance that you're trying to set. So I will continue to experiment with these, but that gives you an idea, something to definitely consider. I'd say I like these. I wish they were a little bit brighter, because once I introduce any other lights in this room, they really do get dim. I do have to say, I think I'm going to really like these in the white mode to continue to brighten up the corners. So when I go to the white mode, that's actually kind of nice. It's subtle, but it's creating a little glow behind the couch, which is going to be awesome when I have photos on the wall. It's going to help to brighten up the area, and I can change that color temperature to really get it dialed in, and also I can change the brightness. So I will get that color temperature to perfectly match my recessed lights, enhance the light in this area, get a little uplighting as much as I have downlighting. In my opinion, that is going to work extremely well. So that's pretty cool. So all in all, the 18.4 foot 14 light or 28 light strand smart wall sconces. Thank you guys for following along. Thank you to the people at Lumary who did provide these for review. If you like what you see here, look in the description box below for the relevant links. And if you like this content, do me a favor. Take a look at my Outer Limitless 2 channel, which is more on the tactical and firearm side of things. At this point, that channel is growing quickly. I have a ton of videos up there. So if you like what you see here on Outer Limitless, do me a favor and check me out on Outer Limitless 2. So alright guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see ya soon. 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 It works.